Hello friends. Today we're going to have a reading of one of my favorite stories, The Monster at the End of This Book, starring lovable, furry old Grover. That's him you see right there. He's saying, "Hello everybody." He's clever. Let's begin, shall we? This first page, there's not much to it. But here's Grover. He's saying, "This is a very dull page. What is on the next page?" I think we all want to know that. Let's find out. It says here that Grover, you see this, he says, "What did that say?" He says on the first page, what did that say? Did that say that there will be a monster at the end of this book? And, yeah, it did say that. It did? Oh, I am so scared of monsters, says Grover. You see, that's very clever, because Grover is a monster. We'll see what happens here. And Grover says, "Shh. Listen, I have an idea. If you do not turn any pages, we will never get to the end of this book. And that is good, because there is a monster at the end of this book. So please do not turn the page," he says. "But I'm going to turn the page anyway." "You turn the page!" screams Grover. He's very distressed. He's, "Oh, I'm going to turn the next page and see what happens." Oh, and here's Grover. He's very cross with me now. He says, "Maybe you do not understand. You see, turning pages will bring us to the end of this book, and there is a monster at the end of this book. But this will stop you from turning the pages. See, I am tying the pages together so that you cannot..." There's a ... He's trailing off. I'm supposed to interrupt him by turning the page, but I want you to see. There is some rope here that he has used to tie the pages together. You can see how it's all tied up. That's very clever, but I cannot be stopped. Here we go. "No, you turned another page. Look at all the stars and lightning bolts and things." He's very, very unhappy. He says, "You turned another page. You do not know what you're doing to me. Now, stop turning pages." I'm going to turn the page. There! I, Grover, because it's him speaking, and that's him there. "I, Grover, am nailing this page to the next one so that you will not be able to turn it, and we will not get any closer to the monster at the end of this book." You see, he's nailing it down, and, well, the nails would rip right through the pages. I mean, that's not very bright at all, but, well, let's move on. All right, he says. He's still quite upset. "Do you know that every time you turn another page, you not only get us closer to the monster at the end of this book, but you make a terrible mess? Because, you know, I turn the page, and whatever was on the page before supposedly smashes to bits." Here's a little secret for you, though. It looks the same. Exactly the same. He's tricking us with what he's doing. "This will stop you from turning pages," says little Grover here. "A heavy, thick, solid, strong brick wall. I would just like to see you try to turn this page." Well, then let's try. Actually, wasn't that difficult as you were thinking. He says, "Do you know that you are very strong? And you see, the bricks have all fallen down. I have used my intense, mighty strength to turn the page and crush his wall and his hopes and dreams. This next page is the end of this book, and there is a monster at the end of this book. Oh, I am so scared," he says. "Please do not turn the page. Please, please, please," he says. And it's, you see how it's different colors? It's very emphatic, I believe, is what he's trying to say there. He's sweating a little. He's very nervous. Oh, he seems much happier now. "Well, look at that. This is the end of the book, and the only one here is me." Meaning him, Grover. "I, lovable, furry old Grover, am the monster at the end of this book. and you were so scared. He says, I was not scared. He was the one that was scared. You see, that's why that's funny. I told you and told you there was nothing to be afraid of. But as you recall, if we go back to the earlier pages, he was very frightened about the monster at the end of the book, not realizing that it was in fact him. And I think I called that one right here on one of the earlier pages. I said he is in fact a monster, but he didn't seem to realize that. But we get back to the end. Oh, remember when I broke down the wall? That was clever. And then we, yes, please not on the page, and nothing to be scared of. Oh, and here it says, he's thinking it, he's not actually speaking, because it's one of those little cloudy things, it's a thought. And he says, oh, I am so embarrassed. You see, he's embarrassed because he didn't realize that he was a monster. And so, oh, that was clever. I hope you enjoyed the reading of the monster at the end of this book, and I know I did. So thank you, and good night.